I don't know when, where, or how it happened, but the NBA has developed so many terms that quite frankly piss me off, bro. And when I say piss me off, it's not in the way that I hate the Clippers or anything. I mean, it literally gives me a headache to talk about. Like, this video might deadass be 3 minutes, bro. And deadass, I usually debate in my comment section all the time. Not this one, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna say how I feel and let y'all have it. Because these NBA terms, I don't know if it's out of frustration, anticipation, or trying to set up a standard for a team to inevitably fail. I don't know what it is, bro. But like I said in my last video, I feel like excellence is being normalized and people expect GOAT standards out of everybody. As a result, though, placing those GOAT standards have allowed people to place GOAT terms on everybody, bro. Either that or the GOAT standards overall have been lowered because we're trying to put Chris Middleton to those standards. Chris Middleton was just a random example, but he's a good segue to the first term that I didn't even think was toxic, but apparently it is. Not every trio above an 85 overall in 2K is a big three. Oh my God, bro. I don't have some exact definition, and that's why I hate talking about it, because a lot of context goes to these things. I had a debate on my podcast, Let's Keep It a Buck, which, by the way, if you want the full debate, go there. If you want the face reveal, go there. And if they post it before this audio is uploaded, or if you guys just really want to see it, I'll even show you how the debate went. But long story short, there was some dumb tweet about all the big threes in the NBA today. I personally only think there's 2 big threes for real, the one in LA and the one in Brooklyn. We proceed to have a discussion of all the big threes in the NBA qualifying as a big three, then play NBA Xenoverse talking about all the big threes in history, and I'm just like, yo, a big three used to be Michael Jordan, Dennis Rodman, and Scottie Pippen, LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. Hell, we're literally in an era where James Harden, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Durant are on the same team, and we're about to act like Giannis, Drew, and Middleton are on that caliber? Now, I could just be tweaking. If big three is just simply describing the 3 obvious best players on your team, alright, well, no shit. But if big three is signifying that this is a legendary trio, fuck no, I'm not going for this shit, bro. The floor of the NBA over time is raised. Everybody loves talking about that. But that doesn't mean you lower the standards of overall greatness. Again, not to reference my last video, even though I think it's fucking fire, but NBA fans do one hell of a job of raising standards to slander a player or raising them to praise a player. But when you put a collection of them, when you make them a trio or let alone a team, oh nah, everybody eats, everybody qualifies. Like, this shit's wild, dog. Like, we out here labeling the Jazz and the 76ers as having a big three? How many teams in NBA history have we seen with trios like that? I guess the Lakers with Kobe, Gasol, and Bynum are a big three. Hell, they might just be a super team, but let's save that for a bit later. Shit, let's stay in the 2009-10 season specifically then, cause fuck it. Being relative to era here, if D. Mitch, Gogurt, and fucking Conley qualify for a big three, if we're being relative to eras, Chauncey Billups, J.R. Smith, and Carmelo Anthony were a big three. Nash, Amari, and J-Rich were a big three. Duncan, Tony, and Manu were still a big three. Hell, if we gonna be dead ass about this shit, in their prime, you can certainly make the case they were a big three, so I'm not really tripping about this one for real. Dirk, Kid, and Terry was a big three. Hell, wait a minute. They had Caron Butler, Sean Marion, and Josh Howard too. They might be a super team. Bruh, this is just the Western Conference, and I'm probably missing some more teams. Like, don't this shit sound goofy, bruh? Niggas trying to tell me that Simmons, Embiid, and Tobias Harris are a big three. And I want this theme to be very clear. Maybe I just got way higher standards than all of you. I know there's some of you that think I'm tripping. I just named a bunch of big threes. I named more big threes earlier. Hell, I've listed nothing but big threes. Maybe my standards are just that much higher than y'all's. But in my personal opinion, when we look at LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh, when we look at Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Kyrie Irving, when we look at Michael Jordan, Pippen, and Rodman, these are teams made up of some of the greatest players in NBA history, and I'm not being vague about it. We're arguing the best player on these teams is top 15 at worst, and if we're looking at just talent, KD's clearly a top 10 talent. Then you're looking at the second player being another transcendent all-time caliber player. Obviously to a lower degree, but let's look at these options. Scottie Pippen, a player notoriously seen as a top 50 player of all time, who a lot of people believe should have won a championship without Michael Jordan. I mean, literally a Jordan-led team just removed the motherfucker, and a lot of people believe that Pippen should have taken them to the finals. Dwayne Wade, a top 5 shooting guard in NBA history, looking like a 6'4" rim protector and shit, one of the greatest slashers of all time. And then James Harden is averaging 36 in one season, looking like a demigod point guard the next. People literally try to argue he's better than Dwayne Wade, and he's one of the greatest scorers of our generation. Those are second options to notorious big threes. Middleton doesn't stack up to that, buddy. I'm sorry. And I know some of you are probably like, oh, Sage, you named the best of the best, though. That's literally my point, bitch. Like I'm saying, bro, I hold a high standard to that shit, bruh. I'm not out here here just saying, oh, that's a big three, that's a big three, that's a big three. Like, I'm not doing that shit, bro. That shit tacky as fuck. I would explain myself a lot further, but honestly, bro, I'm worn out about the subject. I just do not care. Whenever Keep It a Buck uploads the video, I definitely will reference that in the community tab or something. And if you guys want me to post it on my channel, I will as well. Cause I'm sure you guys are gonna recycle the same counter arguments that they did, and I definitely debunked those. In my opinion, I won the debate. Chat thought I won the debate as well, but hey, I had to diss my brothers right there. Hey, I love them niggas though. It's no beef in my own podcast. Shut up. I know how some of y'all be whenever anybody disagrees with anything, but I'm gonna bring up one of their counter arguments as a segue. Let's say the Suns were a big three. Let's say Chris Paul, Devin Booker, and DeAndre Ayton make a big three. Let's say I'm tripping. Those are 3 all-star level talents. There's the Hall of Famer that you talked about, Sage, even though Chris Paul's 36. There he goes. So what holds them back from being a big three, Sage? Bet since we want to play dumb, what holds them back from being a super team, bitch? If a big three has one of the best benches in basketball, a lot of people at the time were saying they had the best bench in basketball. How are they not a super team? Literally how? Do I think them niggas a super team? Fuck no, but I'm going by your logic. They have the almighty big three. They have one of the best benches in basketball. They have one of the best front offices and coaches in basketball. What more would they need to do to be a super team? Exactly, shit sound goofy as fuck. Alright, Sage, you got me there, bitch. But we know Chris Paul and D-Book just aren't that high level talent. You know that, Sage, stop it. But I bet this is gonna sound even goofier by your logic though. Let's roll with it. What about the 1920 Lakers? Dead ass. What would stop them from qualifying as either a big three or a super team? Because people swear Kyle Kuzma is gonna go crazy in Washington, not because of development, but because of the fact he is given the opportunity. So people think that Kyle Kuzma is this 20-point per game fringe all-star level talent. That's what people believe right now. Don't hit me with that later shit. Don't hit me with no future shit. People think that right now and he just didn't have the opportunity. That Frank Vogel is just missing out on Kuzmania. And if he was our third option next to LeBron James and Anthony Davis, who I don't need to explain that they would qualify, how would that not be a big three, bitch? How would that not be a big three? Oh, okay. See, now I'm wildin'. Okay, I say, I get it. Hey, I'm talking to you, nigga. Half of y'all probably busting out laughing and the other half probably mad as shit. I get it, now I'm wildin'. Don't get mad at me because what you saying inconsistent as hell or you've lowered the bar this low. And in regards to them potentially being a super team even, I know y'all love Caruso. I know y'all love KCP. Danny Green, we gave him a lot of shit, but come on now, he's 3-D, and a lot of people were like, the Lakers did too much. They got rid of Danny Green. He was actually really good for him, so keep that energy, ho. JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard, you know how crucial they was. Playoff Rondo? Yeah, that would be a super team by your logic too, motherfucker. Exactly. Sounds goofy as fuck, bruh. Tee up with these super team standards. Tee up with these big three standards, dog. When you define super as a prefix, you get definitions like this: surpassing all or most of its kind, exceeding the norm, superior in status, title, or position. In other words, and let me translate that to basketball, we'll see a team like the Utah Jazz every year. A team that's led by a superstar, have a great offensive and defensive scheme. Or at least they play like it. I ain't got time for you Quinn Snyder haters or whatever, who cares? A really well-rounded team that could go deep in the playoffs with a superstar that's capable of carrying them past normal heights. You can even raise that talent even higher and get a team like the 2019 Raptors. We see teams like that in NBA history all the time, whether you want to admit it or not, it's just a fact. But shit that we don't see is the third best player on a team being in the top 15. We don't see motherfuckers averaging a triple-double being the third option in the alleged sellout of the team. We don't see players capable of scoring 60 on less than 20 dribbles being left wide open because of their teammates being that much better than them. Those are big threes and or super teams. Just gonna address something else right now because I know you guys spam me with it all the time. I've said I'm hesitant to call the new Lakers a super team. I'm not hesitant to call them a big three though. No shit, they got a big three. And if you're of the mindset that, well, having a big three damn near makes you a super team unless your bench is shitter and our bench is not shitter, I understand that argument, and that's why I say I'm in the middle about it. I gotta see how our bench truly looks. Even though, no cap, I don't think a big three equals a super team. But I'm not as quick to label this team as a team that would fuck with the 2017-18 Warriors or the 95-96 Bulls or the Showtime Lakers. But back to the main subject at hand, because I weren't gonna win that debate anyway. Some of y'all think they're a retirement team. I think that's exactly how I can close this video out when I'm talking about big threes and super teams. Not every well-constructed, well-coached, deep team is a super team. Those happen literally every year. And the reason I hate this debate so much, and I'll probably never talk about it ever again, is because how people micromanage and pick what they want to counter argue and just ignore all context and everything else that qualifies a team as a super team. For example, the amount of times I hear when people try to justify the Bucks as a the super team?
Oh, well, I think Drew Holiday or Middleton's better than Russell Westbrook, and Russell Westbrook's the third star, so yeah, they're a super team.
And ignore the fact that Anthony Davis is way better than either of those guys is ridiculous. And people love to forget how good a number one on a super team truly is, let alone a number one on the big three. Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, LeBron James, Stephen Curry, or Kevin Durant. And it's the fact that I know for certain if Karl Anthony Towns went to Boston today and they still kept Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, y'all would be like, that's a big three and or super team. Like, do we not see the obvious drop off here? And if you don't, then you know what? Maybe it's me and I just have way higher standards than most of you. But that's gonna do it for today's video. It's been your boy TSO Sage. Now I know once a month, like it's a motherfucking menstrual cycle, I'll get a comment like this: do more of these, I don't like your stream videos. Oh, I got something to tell you motherfuckers. I'm telling you right now, stream videos are literally about to be my channel type shit, bro. It's easier to do, more profitable to do, it's less time consuming to do, but most importantly, it's what I like doing the most. I have the most fun recording when I'm streaming, and the ability to post that on my channel is lit as fuck. There's many people who agree with that. There's a lot of my followers, a lot of my subscribers that prefer the stream videos. And obviously, I'm gonna keep it 1,000. Videos like these are more higher quality than the stream videos, duh. I work harder on them, I save my more serious topics for them, and they're just more appealing. I can edit how I sound better, and you literally have better visuals. But what I'm addressing is the backhanded comments that are like, yeah, man, I love your content, stop doing half of your shit though. Like, bro, do you realize I still work hard on those videos? 1, 2 people like them, as I said earlier. 3, and fuck it, I'ma keep it 100, niggas watch them shits. It'd be one thing if niggas was like, nah, stick to basketball. I expect that from you. I've established this as a basketball channel for a while now. I expect you to be like, nah, man, stick to hoop. But I'ma tell you right now as well, and that takes me to the final thing I wanna say. That's not gonna happen either, bro. It's just not. I don't know if somebody DM me or somebody tagged me on Twitter, hey man, why don't you do what the people want you to do? Motherfucker, I'ma do whatever the fuck I want to do, nigga. If I'm depressed making my content, it's not gonna be fire content, dummy. I'ma do what makes me happy on my channel, nigga. If I'm talking about just basketball for the rest of these days on my channel, I'ma be very honest with you guys. I'ma hate basketball. I'ma be bored talking about that shit. I'm gonna recycle my same takes over and over and over again, because at some point you're literally gonna run out of shit to say. The same people think Stephen A done fell off, or people be dissing content creators and think they fell off or they're stupid now. No, they just ran out of shit to say. They don't have the same passion they did for it because their whole life was centered around this one subject. The worst part is I'm not even done talking about basketball. I'm never gonna just not talk about basketball on the channel. I love basketball. But I'ma just wrap this part up so I can move on with my fucking day. Those of you that give me that backhanded ass compliment on what you like and what you don't like, bruh, save it. Talk about the video and move on, bruh. I don't need you dissing half of my other content. And for those of you that try to straw man it and be like, oh, you just don't want to do what some people want you to do, and want to tell me what I'ma do with my channel and limit my content, you honestly suck my dick, nigga. What the fuck? This channel will have hella variety to it. It will always be primarily basketball. But niggas ask me to do music on here. Niggas damn well ask me to do anime on here. And I'm going to do that shit because it's shit that I want to do. Watch what the fuck you want to watch. Don't watch the shit you don't want to watch. You ain't gotta fuck with the stream vids or the non-basketball shit, but tee the fuck up or get the fuck out, nigga. Like, I'ma do me on this shit because it's my channel and my life. For those who care, I just wanted to make that shit public, bro. I'm not really that mad or tight about it. Plus, I could get some run time on the video. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, love you all. The goal is to hit 50K at the end of the year type shit. I'ma holla at y'all in the next video. Take care and stay blessed. And thank you for everything you've done for me.